Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Estância São Carlos here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, Seawaddy. I am, as you've probably already gathered, doing a ploughing contract, as that seems to be obviously a lot of what is currently on offer. Also tends to be the most lucrative. The only thing you will have noticed straight away is that these are not my tractors and this is not my plough. You are quite right. Well spotted. I have actually been allowed to borrow the farmer's equipment because the guy offering this job we've already completed 3 jobs for. So he says, hey, you know what? You can actually use my tractor and plough to do the job. I'll just pay you for doing the job. Less obviously for the wear and tear and maintenance and fuel and stuff like that with his equipment. But if you can come sit in my machine and do the job, we'll give you, you know, an hourly rate, you know, whatever. Brilliant. So I've taken that job on, and that is what I'm currently doing. I'm currently working my way around the field, doing the headland here on field 22. My own tractor with plough is still obviously doing the cotton field that was left to wither, and quite strange, by the farmers responsible. And my weeder is still in use as well, doing the field that we did the weeding on in the last episode. Obviously I've now transitioned over my video. You'll notice the video looks a bit different today, because now we are back. I'm simultaneously streaming on Kick whilst recording this for you YouTube viewers, hence why it's a different scene. And there's a few other little widgets and bits and pieces on the screen which are obviously a little bit less clean to look at and put at the display, but hey, here's what it is. But yes, we are doing this contract. This contract is going to pay, well, it's supposed to pay about 54 grand, but by the time obviously the farmer takes off machine costs, we're on a slightly different payout, but it's still good money. It's still better for me to do that than it is for me to go and buy another machine and another tractor, another plough of my own, because that is obviously not going to be profitable. I mean, we've already seen what's happened with the weeding, ladies and gents. I bought a weeder for 50 grand to do 2 contracts that are only going to make me like 16. So I'm actually losing money on those 2 contracts. And you don't really want to be losing money in this type of game. You really don't. If you can help it. You know, we're all here at the end of the day to make money, to make profit, and obviously build up our business. You know, if we're making money, if we're losing money all the time, we're not going to be in business very long. You know, we're going to end up in administration and bankrupt. Lovely day. It is going to start raining though soon. We're going to get our first shower, our first bad weather here on the new map. So I'm glad we're not doing anything that's weather dependent. like I say, harvesting would be bad. We wouldn't want rain if we was harvesting. So I'm glad I'm not doing any harvesting contracts. Slowly getting around the field, doing the headland. And again, my strange feeling, the strange feeling I have with a plough like this is I always feel like I should have the option somewhere to, like, move it out and change the angle a bit of the plough. But apparently that's not a thing on this particular model. I know it is on some of the Lemkin ones. Because obviously my concern is that when I'm turning in this direction, when I'm turning to the left, the plough gets very, very narrow. I also can't make great big moves to the left because, unfortunately for me, this tractor hits on the actual wheel. It hits the plough when we turn, because obviously we're an articulated type tractor. We're a tracked vehicle. We've got a very, very low turning circle. And as a result, we end up kind of bashing ourselves a bit. We end up bashing the plough with the tractor that's pulling it. So yeah, turning left is a bit of a problem. So what we could do, what we could of course do, is that, no, that's not going to work. I was just thinking to myself, well, what happens? What, we know what we do. We just rotate the plough, don't we? Rotate the plough and go in the opposite direction. No. No, if we rotate the plough, that's just going to cause the same issue, but in the opposite direction. The only way we can avoid that problem is if I go the opposite way around the field. Like if I'm turning right, now, if I'm turning to the right now, we're not going to have an issue. We're not going to hit anything. There's nothing there on the plough for me to hit if I turn to the right. The problem with that is, if I go work the field that way, the plough is going to be working the wrong way on. Make sure we don't damage anybody else's crops. See, it's making that very difficult for me to go where I want to go. We'll get there. Like I say, it just takes so long to do these fields on this map. Just need to send a message to someone quickly. Kind of wandered off course there because I got distracted. We will have to sort. I'll have to go and manually correct that bit now. Right, whiz around here. It's only, I can't believe it's only 12:30. It's like, I feel like I've been doing this all day. And I suppose I have really, haven't I? Because the first videos I recorded today were like 9 AM. So I've already done like 3 hours before I started streaming. And I've just been on this map the whole time. But we need to get, like I say, we do need to get through this. I do need to get content made. Because last week, or this week should I say, this week just gone, has been a rough week. With me being sick at the start of the week and losing days. And then shuffling things around like I have been doing. Just to try and make sure the upload schedule stays consistent with a video every day. The streams that I did this week, you know, just keep the hours, keep clocking in the hours. Keep building that hours streamed count. because you've got to put the work in. You've got to still put the work and the effort in. Even if you're not feeling 100% and you're not quite at your best. I mean, what day was it? Was it Tuesday? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember which day it was. There was one day this week where I got to the end of the stream. I got to the end of my live stream and I was feeling that bad that I was trying to end the stream as quickly as possible, trying to do the host to another viewer, another channel, so I could get away from the desk and go and be very poorly somewhere off camera. And I forgot to end the stream. I actually forgot to end the stream. I was having a little bit of dinner, trying to get a little bit of food down in me, because I'd had several days where I hadn't managed to eat anything or drink anything. So I was trying my best to do that, and then I got like a message from someone on my Discord saying, "Oh, do you realise you're still live?" I was like, "Oh, I'll have to go and turn that off in a minute." But yeah, not enjoyed this week, and to be fair, May as a whole at this moment in time, May as a whole has not been a great month. I don't know what it is about May, and I don't know if there are people watching the video or watching the stream currently that can maybe tell me what is going on with May. What is it about May that means there's nobody around in the like content world? Viewers are down. The number of viewers, the number of people watching content seems to be very low, so randomly this month. And I noticed as well, from the days when I was sick, when I wasn't doing any recording or streaming myself, that when I went to like Kick and went to YouTube and was looking for stuff to watch, seemed like there was very few people actually making content as well this month. It seems like there's been a lot less people making content as well this month. It's like, is May like the new January or something? Have I missed something? Is there something I've not quite picked up on that explains where everybody is and why everybody's disappeared currently from this business? It used to always be the case that January was like quiet month for content creators and streamers and stuff, because obviously revenues would be down, advertisers would be non-existent because they've spent all their advertising budgets in the run up to Christmas and stuff, so ad revenue and stuff would be down massively in January. So a lot of content creators and streamers would like basically have a break in January, because they knew they weren't going to make a lot of money in that month. So why release your content for free? So they'd save their content and release it then, obviously starting in like February and stuff. But yeah, it seems very weird that this May, everything's kind of like gone very quiet on every platform that I'm on. I'm noticing I'm struggling to find people to watch in my own time. When I want to watch streamers and just want to sit and, you know, enjoy some content that is not mine, I'm struggling to find things this month, whereas previous months I had no issue. People that I followed, you know, my followers list, there was always somebody online, there was always somebody doing something to go and watch and go and hang out with. But this month, it's dead. And I don't know why. I don't know why. And like I say, I noticed on YouTube, looking at the analytics on YouTube, the videos over the last couple of weeks, not getting the views that I was last month. So I was like, I was kind of wondering to myself, like, is May a month where everybody's gone on holiday? Is it like a vacation month for everybody around the world, where everybody is like, everybody's away doing things? Again, I'm trying to work out in my head what could be the cause for there being nobody online in May. Everybody's disappeared. It's a strange one. Because, like, for me, my own mindset, my own thinking, I was expecting things to, like, really pick up this month. Because I was going to have more time. I was going to certainly have more time for streaming and content making and stuff. Because some of my other real-life hobbies and interests have come to an end now for the summer. And until, you know, the autumn, when they restart again, I've got, like, loads of time now, loads of extra time in the week now in my weeks for the next couple of months, so I can do more. But it seems like I'm maybe the rare person where that's the case. Who knows? I'm just sat here rambling to myself, as I always do in these streams, when there's nobody in chat to talk to. There's nobody in chat offering up any intelligent conversation, so I just sit here rambling to myself like an idiot. I suppose what I could do is give a shout out at this point in time. A shout out to Anna, if Anna is listening. Give a shout out to Anna and say, hopefully you sleep well, Anna. Because I know you like to go to you like to go to bed listening to the sound of my voice. And to Richard, obviously watching these videos next to Anna. Obviously, you watch as many videos as you like, Richard. You've earned it. You've done the graft. You've done the work. You've got a few minutes to yourself. At the end of the day, you deserve to sit and watch a few YouTube videos. So, you enjoy them. So, that's a shout out to Anna and Richard, who have become quite... Well, Richard's become a regular viewer of the YouTube channel. And Anna, unfortunately, his poor suffering partner, just has to listen to me. She gets to listen to me whilst he's watching the videos. But yes, we've got to get on with some videos this week. I've got to get the Football Manager video done at some point this weekend, so then I can do my next Football Manager. I can bring the Grantham save into the kick stream next week at some point and do some Football Manager streaming. Obviously, I would like to do some more Demonologist as well, now that there's been an update for that. And do a bit of a bit more grinding in that game to get everything unlocked and get access to the new maps that they've dropped recently. I've got a random YouTube video on Demonologist releasing tomorrow on Sunday evening, because obviously there was no Ringwood stream this week for Farm Sim fans. For the Farm Sim fans looking for the Ringwood stream, there was no Ringwood stream this week because I was ill. However, I have progressed. Yes, was it yesterday I did it? I think, yeah, before I started Red Dead. Before I did Red Dead, I progressed my Ringwood save to February. So on Wednesday, when I do my Ringwood stream in the afternoon, we will be able to get started with some of February, with February work, which means getting cotton planted. Good afternoon, Barker. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm doing okay-ish. I'm doing okay-ish. It seems very quiet again around here in Kickland. I was recording some YouTube videos this morning off stream, but then I realised that I have so much to do that if I was just if I was in that position again where I'm doing so much off camera, try and get to the next recording point, I might as well stream it. You know, rather than just sit here playing to myself, I might have to do the I'd be better off streaming it. You caught up on the FM? No, I haven't caught up on the FM. I was just actually saying a few moments ago I need to record the Football Manager video this week, so then I can do a stream next week. I also need to remember this weekend to make sure I get the thumbnails done for the 2 videos I currently have uploaded that I have not yet actually gone in and done the descriptions and titling and scheduling of, because they're still sat there. They've been uploaded for a fortnight now, and I still haven't got round to doing the admin on that. So, yeah, slacking indeed. Indeed, I am slacking. But yeah, we took on a lovely little ploughing contract for another farmer. We're able to borrow his equipment because I've already done 3 jobs for him, it turns out. So, result means we get access to some slightly bigger stuff, which should hopefully make the job go a lot smoother and a lot faster. My plough is out doing a field already. It's working on a field as well. And then I've also got a weeder doing some weeding. What map is this one? This is the Estância São Carlos map. This is for the new YouTube series, Barker. This is the one I haven't actually recorded any content for in the last week, so I kind of missed out this week on getting any videos uploaded for this. So the plan today is to try and get 6 videos done today on this map, which will give me 3 weeks worth of content, which will put me a little bit ahead of the curve. And the plan to go forward is to try and get back to being a month in front. I need to get back to being a month in front with my farm sim content. My farm sim, I need to have a month's worth of farm sim videos uploaded. I think I've done 3 videos already today. This is the 4th video that I'm recording currently now. But it's the first video I'm recording at the same time as streaming. And I'm having, like I say, unfortunately, this tool really does not like turning left. But we are going right, so hopefully all good. So yeah, a good chunk of farming today, and basically a good chunk of farming this weekend. I'm hoping to use, with the fact there's no Formula 1 this weekend, I'm going to use this weekend now to catch up and get a bit ahead with my farming. Really put in a decent effort with the farming this weekend. I need to get, like I say, I need to get back into my routine and my rhythm and everything. with my let's play content, I need to have that month of videos uploaded, scheduled, and be in front of myself, you know, because then that does give me the freedom then of being able to mix my schedule up a little bit more in the week when I know I've got that buffer, I've got that little security blanket online already, knowing that videos are going to come out. And I haven't been in that, like I say, I've not been in that position. I've not been in that position where I've had a month of content uploaded and scheduled since February. And yes, obviously, I can say some of that was obviously due to the time I took off from recording and streaming and stuff when my dad died. And obviously, I lost a lot of my security blanket when that happened. But then I've not recovered after that. So March, April, I never got back in front, really, and got ahead of myself. I mean, obviously, people will say, well, hang on a minute, look at your streaming numbers. Look at your streaming numbers. You are streaming way more hours a week now than you were doing before. Since you moved over to Kick, you are streaming a lot more than you used to stream. That, therefore, means you are obviously not making as much content. Because the time where you would normally be making content, you are streaming. There's only so many hours in a day. You can only do one thing at once. You can only do one job at a time. And if you're streaming, you're not making other content. And vice versa. So at some point it's finding that, making that balance. I mean, obviously when we first dived in on Kick, the important thing to do on Kick was put in the work, put in the hours streaming to get the followers up, to get to affiliate, to enable the revenue and everything on the channel. It's good. That was good. I've done that bit, so now perhaps I need to maybe downscale the streaming hours a little bit and go back to content and go back to the focusing on the content a bit more. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the content does generate revenue. The YouTube payouts and everything are very nice. Whereas, with the streaming, you can sit here quite happily. You can sit here very happily and stream for 9 hours on any day, and you don't get anything for it. If you don't get a sub, you don't get any gifted subs, you don't get anybody donating, then that's 9 hours where you've made diddly squat. You've made jack shit and fuck all. Whereas at least if I'd spent 9 hours making content, every hour of that content is going to make me a little bit of money from the YouTube system. And that's where it comes into having to judge things and balance things and make decisions on things. Because as fun as it is to do the streaming, as fun as it is the streaming, and obviously hanging out with real people and getting to engage with people like Barker live in the chat whilst you're doing the content, and you've got that interaction as you're doing the content, if the streaming doesn't actually generate any revenue, it's very hard then at the end of the day to sit back and look at it and go, yeah, that was actually worth doing. You know, You know, when your accountant is looking at your figures at the end of the month, and your accountant's like going, so you streamed for 9 hours on this day, and you didn't make any money. Was that a good decision? You know, and the accountant is like, yeah, maybe that wasn't a good decision, Mr. Accountant Man. Set days off so you focus purely on content. Yeah, there's that argument to be said. I mean, it used to always be that Mondays was content day. Mondays I would always do content recording. Mondays and Tuesdays would be big content recording days for me. The first day I would stream in a week would be a Tuesday evening. Would be the first time I streamed at the start of the week. And typically, until I started here on Kick, I would only stream in the evenings. So on Twitch, I would go live like 6 o'clock, 6:30 every evening, after dinner, and that's the only time I would stream. I wouldn't do any streaming during the day. I wouldn't stream at weekends. It would just purely be like 6 o'clock, 6:30 till 10, 11 at night, and that was it. But obviously with Kick being a completely brand new platform, I figured like it was, I felt like it was time to do some streaming in the day, take advantage of it being a new platform, new audience, new viewers out there, try and grab a hold of. So I figured, you know, let's go back to let's stream during the day, you know. Let's do my you know, like everybody, you know, if I work 9 to 5 in a normal job, you know, then let me stream 9 to 5. You know, I'm going to treat streaming like it's a normal job, and I'm going to stream normal hours. You know, because like I say, from my experience at the beginning of the week, when I was sick, when I was ill at the beginning of the week, when I turned on Kit on Monday and Tuesday, there was nobody online during the day for me to watch. As a UK person, you know, here in the UK on Greenwich Mean Time, there is nobody online during the day streaming what I want to watch. And I know normally I would be streaming in that time. Like, yeah, 9 to 5 UK time, the platform is dead. The platform is dead. The problem is, as a small streamer, if you try to stream outside of that time, then you're just lost in all the traffic. You're lost in all the traffic with everybody, and trying to get noticed then is even harder. So yeah, I'm trying to do the, you know, I'm trying to be like the, I'm trying to be one of these, let's get some change, let's get some positive action going, and let's get people knowing that there are people online during the day. You can stream during the day. You don't have to stream just at evenings and early hours of the morning. You know, let's get streams going. Yeah, and again, Barker, I'll agree with that sentiment as well. Again, if I'm, like I say, I like to watch UK streamers. I like to watch UK people. Okay, and again, at weekends, there are not enough UK streamers live during the daytime part of the weekend. You know, like now, for example, I'm streaming at 1 PM in the afternoon on a Saturday afternoon. The number of UK streamers on here at the same time is non-existent. they're all trying to... I think everybody's trying to stream at the same time. They all want to stream at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night because they think that's the best time to get viewers, best time to get an audience. But the problem is, when everybody streams at that time, there's more people streaming than there is viewers. There's more channels to watch than there is people to watch them. So, instead, why don't you be a channel? Why don't you be a channel that streams at a time when there's not less channels to watch, but there's people to watch them? More streamers than viewers, yeah. More streamers than viewers. And also, I think at the minute, the big thing as well, with obviously with a new platform like Kick, obviously people are always thinking long term. People are always thinking long term. They're like, is it gonna last? You know, is it gonna be a 5-minute wonder? Is this platform gonna disappear in 6 months' time, like several others that have popped up that have claimed to be Twitch rivals or YouTube competitors and things like that, and then they've just disappeared and folded and gone bust, you know? So there's a lot of people at the minute that aren't quite adopting, don't want to commit to the platform in case it disappears. I know it sounds crazy, but there's so many people, you get talking to some people and they're like, oh yeah, I won't subscribe to anybody because they might not be here in a couple of months' time. Well, yeah, if that's your attitude, yeah, there won't be anybody here in a couple of months' time. You know? You've got to start supporting people now. But the rain is sadly falling. Now, this is the first time it's rained on this map. First time it's rained. We didn't have any in September. And this is, like I say, first day here in October. With the rain falling. The good thing is, like I say, we've got 5 days. 5 days ahead of us to get these jobs done. We're not panicking. Like I say, the harvesting contract I've done myself, that I'm doing with my own equipment, that is probably going to take all 5 days to do, given the size of our tractor and the size of our plough. Not worried about that. Obviously, the guy's getting paid a lot in wages, which is a bit of a concern. If he's getting like 800 quid an hour, that could be quite expensive. But that was what we agreed on, wasn't it? At the start of the series, we decided that we was going to make wages more. So when using helpers and workers, it was going to be way more expensive to do that than default. Try and convince me to actually do a bit more work myself and not rely so much on AI helpers and horseplay. In a series. And then we also decided that we was going to go to the point where, like I say, the cost of leasing machinery for contracts is a lot higher than default. The reward for contracts is not great, and obviously the penalty for failing any contracts is very severe. So, you know, financially there are a lot of things working against us in this save that prevents us from becoming millionaires overnight. So we are playing hard mode. Yes, Barker. This is like hard mode. Self-inflicted hard mode, but still hard mode. And the fact that there's no grass fields on this map, meaning no baling contracts, that's something that is pretty game changing as well. Because baling contracts tend to be very lucrative way of earning money. Certainly was the case on the Riverview map in the series that this one has replaced. Baling contracts were a great start for me. Doing silage contracts, obviously, doing hay contracts. I mean, they were good. And there was a lot of grass fields on that Riverview map. So there was always loads of baling contracts on offer. So once you had a mower and you had a baler and you had a method of picking up the bales and transporting them, you were good. You always had work you could be doing. And the fact that this map doesn't have any grass fields and doesn't have that option is, yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it tough. But anyway, we have sadly been recording for 46 minutes, which is a little bit longer than I like to do for a YouTube video at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I'm going to say to you, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you're enjoying it. We are going to be back in a couple of days' time with the next one. Hopefully, I'll have maybe completed this contract by then. I would like to hopefully, definitely have completed this contract by then. So yes, I will be back in a few days. So goodbye everybody, take care of yourselves, stay safe, cheerio.